Hey everybody, welcome back to another scrapbook layout video and thank you for joining me again today. So today I have the last layout for now anyway that I have created with this cute and crafty line from Doodlebug. This layout, couple of things. I did this layout and I didn't really want to put the line away, but I knew I had other stuff coming in and I'm having a lot of trouble deciding which scrapbook collections to use. But anyways, this layout is actually about my husband. So don't think that this line has to only be about women or girls or feminine or scrapbooking. My husband is a backpacker and he bought some material recently that is super lightweight and he wanted to sew some stuff sacks with them or whatever. And I was like, I'm a horrible sewer, you know. And he's like, that's okay, I'm going to try it myself. And sure enough, he did. So I had to take pictures of that, right? I am so happy with how this layout turned out. And this worked out perfect for any of the sewing elements that were, there's not a lot of them, but there were a few. I think the biggest struggle that I have with this collection, using this collection, is that the papers that I end up using were the ones with the sewing machine on them. And I really wanted to use some of the greens that go, you know, there's that plaid pattern, but they really didn't go with this, these colors in the background. So I'm actually going to use some pinks. And you know what? My husband loved the page and he didn't even notice the pinks. So that's okay. The other thing I'm going to say real quick is that I did these layouts a while ago. I have I think 2 more. And then I started sorting my stamps, which you guys might have seen that video. And then from there, I went on to cleaning more of my craft room. Well, long story short, I almost got my craft room done. I have a little bit more to record, but I hurt my heel and I can't put all my weight on it. So that stuff's going to have to wait. And now it's hard for me to get to where my pictures are. This happened yesterday, so really, I mean, today is September 9th, so it's already a little better, so I imagine it won't be too long. But I'm just letting you guys know if you're going to get what you get for a little while. By the time these videos go up, it will be probably totally fine by then, but I just kind of wanted to let you guys know. I do have more organizing videos coming up. I rearranged a small part in my room that made me really happy. It's a small part, but it really made the room feel a little bit bigger. And since I have such a small scrap room, that really made a difference. So I have these 4 photos, and the largest of the photos is the stuff he actually made. And I'm actually going to eliminate that. I really went back and forth. I'm going to play I picked out a sketch that I was kind of taking inspiration from, but knew I was going to basically be doing my own thing with it. And then, so I'm trying to decide, but the sketch basically has smaller photos, 4 of them going along the middle. And so I thought I could make these work, but I can't cut them down any smaller, and I didn't want to reprint them. So I took the largest one off and then left the 2 on the bottom right. And I figured, you know what, this is a little bit different for me than what I normally do, and I want to give it a try. It is a little bit of a struggle at times, but I am so happy with how it turned out. I apologize. I think I might have already put this layout away even or something, but I don't have it right here next to me to kind of refer to. So I'm going to kind of guess on some of the things that I do with it. I knew that I had some of this washi tape that was scissors, and I'm going to kind of play around a little bit with where I want it. I can't put this, you know, washi tape can be kind of see-through-ish, and I have to tell you, not that I regret buying the washi tape, but I'm reminded why I never buy the washi tape when I bought it for this collection. It's just, there's too much of it. I like it when the companies do like a sheet, or Simple Stories used to do a packet of different patterns on sheets, and they were, you know, only like a couple inches long, but at least you didn't have 500 yards of it, right? But this was a good reminder, so I won't be, you know, even with their new Fun at the Park line coming out, I don't plan to buy any more of their washi. Nothing against Doodlebug, just anybody's washi. So I'm going to attempt to do this where I think they call it the Vanessa trick, where they put it on white cardstock, because if you saw me a minute ago, I was trying to place it down underneath the strip that goes across the entire page, and it definitely got lost because it's, you know, a little bit see-through. And a little bit of a trick for you, if you have something smaller that you want to cut really straight, but you don't know how to hold it down on your trimmer, just add a little bit of removable adhesive and kind of glue it down in your trimmer, and it actually turns out to, it works really well. It holds it there long enough for you to cut it, but then you don't have to worry about it sticking permanently. And it usually, I don't think I've had any, if any of the residue from the adhesive was left on there, then I just gently rubbed it off, because I use Tombow. I don't know if it's permanent or not. It's the Dot. And it's the same thing I use to put my ephemera down on the page protectors for all my collections. I'm sure you guys know about that. So anyways, yeah. So I don't get it stuck on my trimmer is basically what I'm saying. Now I'm gluing down. Again, I'm going to try to add this green. I really felt like I wanted something else, but none of the colors. And at this point, again, I'm also very, very low on like this 6x6 pad. I was pretty amazed. I'm a good portion of the 12x12 left, but a lot of scraps more than anything. But that 6x6, I love their 6x6 pads. I love these small little journaling pieces. I pulled that out because I thought for sure I was going to use that as my journaling area. I loved that it had the sewing machine on there. I think it was the length of the sewing machine or of the journaling card that really throws me off. And then I pulled out, I remembered I had one of the Doodle Pops, which is the sewing machine, but I felt like it kind of got lost anywhere that I put it other than right up here on the left-hand side. So I'm going to go ahead, and that is where it's going to stay. And I figured I'd just put that journaling card to the side. I didn't want to add that journaling card up next to that right-hand photo because I didn't really pay attention when I was mounting the photos, and the two down below are mounted on kind of that blue pattern paper that looks like the cutting mat, and the photo up on the top left is mounted on the pink, which is the same pink as that journaling card. So I felt when it was up above next to that picture, it kind of got lost, or I don't know, it looked funny without having that pink down below. So at this point, I also didn't know what I wanted the title to be, so I'm kind of looking at everything that there is, you know, that could work for that. I really wanted to bring this Love This in. I wasn't sure because, again, it's that yellow, and that yellow is on there slightly if you look at the pattern paper, but not like really bold. But I looked through all my thickers, and again, I did it off of camera, and I don't even know what those stickers are, or they're not even thickers, they're just letter stickers. And I decided my title. I kind of Googled, you know, man sewing scrapbook layout, and I saw something that said man versus machine or something, and I don't think it had anything to do with a layout, but then I thought, oh, that's a perfect one. So I went with it's man versus machine, and I think my husband kind of likes it too. So and I love how the title fit perfectly where I wanted it to. Now I'm working, because this is a little bit different, you know, where the pictures aren't together, they're separated. It's a little bit, I do struggle with this layout quite a bit. I'm trying to add a cluster above that photo just to kind of bring your eye up there, but nothing looks right. I really liked that journaling piece that's again in this new Bits and Pieces pack that they are releasing. I really like that. I thought that'd be a perfect spot to do my journaling, but I think because it sticks out above the photos, I don't know. I didn't know how to add anything below. This sewing machine is a Doodle Pop, which it doesn't look so much like it on the camera, but it really, you know, brings a lot of attention to it. So I just was kind of, I don't know, I was struggling. I'm trying to look for any more like just sewing kind of things. I do try a pencil, you know, because a lot of times, you know, he's got a pencil marks, you know, the lengths and stuff. I really like these scissors, but again, it brings in colors that are just not there. And that really it's a big stressor for me with this layout. In fact, I think I even kind of walked away from it for a little while. I wanted to use, and a lot of what I had was big. I didn't have a lot of stuff. I do have the sticker sheet. I think I didn't at this point remember about the sticker sheet, but I finally decided I came across it here. You can see I've actually went through a lot of the sticker sheet though. And I'm just like, oh, what do I do? I really like this You Rule, the little quote bubble too. Just, I know it's not really a saying, but I mean, come on, the guy's sewing. And yeah, there's guys out there that do things. I just love the fact that my husband, knows how to sew. And my original, like I said, my original intention was to do journaling strips to the right of that photo at the top. So that's, again, another thing that's really throwing me off. And then there's that space now, after I've done the title, there's that space underneath, next to the sewing machine, underneath the photo. And I think, I actually believe that I leave that pretty much open like that. I think that I add a little spool of thread next to it. There was a couple different spools of thread in these little type of, whatever this is, like whatever twine or whatever. But again, the colors, I'm like, ugh. And what I'm doing here is I'm trying to bring in more of these colors because I really like the way the scissors are and the way the scissors are kind of cutting into that photo. You can see I'm just tapping my fingers like, okay, what do I do? I like the pencil, but the pencil's bringing in that yellow. And yes, I know I mentioned that there is a little bit of the color in the background, but it's not really enough to really like bring it out on huge pieces like these other pieces. So at this point, I think I found a smaller pair of the scissors on the layout, or on, one of the enamel shapes is scissors. I don't know how well you can see it on the screen. It's cutting into the journaling piece there. And then I thought, the pliers, those pliers are, I call them, whatever. I think they're more for like jewelry making or whatever, but he's a guy and he uses those for other things, so why not? So I added those there, and that brings a little bit of that pink, the dark pink, to that area finally. So I do have a little bit of the dark pink around the photos. Here again, I'm still trying to make a cluster up here. I liked that one blue sticker says "so happy" or "so sweet," "you're so sweet," or something like that. So I really tried to use that as well, but the blue didn't go with this page either. So I really ran into a lot of troubles. I think if I had used the green and like the checkered plaid, green and blue plaid, this page would have come together a lot easier, but I'm okay with that because, part of playing around is part of the fun, right? If I hadn't been recording, it probably would have been a lot less stressful. I even tried adding a little cluster up here to the very top of the layout. Excuse me. But that just didn't work either. But I finally, at this point, I decided I love this, and it's pointing to the picture of him sewing. That brings in a little bit of yellow. The scissors are over there cutting the journaling piece. There's the thread over there that's kind of like a yellowish. So and don't worry, I don't think those buttons stay there. I think I'm going to add a few buttons around and call it good. And then I add my journaling, and it just talks about him sewing his own stuff, which I thought was pretty cool. My mom even offered to do it for him as well, but he's like, no, I'm going to try it. And he actually did a really good job. He used it a couple weekends later, and yeah, it worked out really good. So I think I try the buttons around, but I think I end up getting rid of the buttons. And again, I just couldn't get them to work for what I wanted. So I do add some enamel heart shapes. I'm not afraid to use hearts on any layout. I feel like you can use hearts anywhere or anytime. But again, I made a little triangle. It just wasn't big enough. So yeah, in the end shot, here you can see that I finally gave up on most of that stuff and just went for, those alphabet stickers are from a Scraptastic kit, by the way. So yeah, thanks for watching me and joining me through my struggles. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.